Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New England Patriots and the Washington football team. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Big stop, D.
Back to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give him much run after catch.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be... Stops right at midfield.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. Throw left side, complete. That's Henry. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Throwing Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
3 down, 3 down.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 39.
Back to throw here. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. tackle made by Chase Young.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Kill, kill, kill.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28.
Let's go now. Bravo 80. Check 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check back, 6, 6.
Record.
On the give, this is Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Tight ends on the Ringo. We got 3.
From the 27, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
7 yards to pick up there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Deuce, 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 deuce.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Washington.
And that might might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10.
Back 38, back 38.
Looking to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
35. Exit, exit.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the air. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Gonna throw right side here, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check back, back 6.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Danny, go!
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. We'll check on his status when we get back. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball
to get it to the 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wheaton's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Viking 18.
Defense all day. Mike 35.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Watch the pass.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
I got one.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3, and they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 44. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Tight end left, tight end left. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it does it, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mike 6. Mike 6. Get your swerve on.
They hand this off to Harris. Down to about the 22 here. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Mike 6. All day, dog. Mike 6.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Harris, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, 4 down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Harrison Butker on the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Cleveland Farrell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Back now at FedEx Field, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. to run for it with Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 35, go!
They're going to look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
7 yards the pick up there. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Gibson again. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Strip that ball. Mike 35, Mike 35.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Christian Barmore picks up his second sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 35.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Key the tight end.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just